Keep it a stack. It is Thursday, July 13th, and this is Top 10 Takes. Let's get to it at number 10. Sabrina Ionescu, aka Princess Swoosh, is having motion. Earlier this week, she teased her unisex Nike shoe, the Sabrina 1, and then Take-Two Interactive announced Saab will grace one of the alternate covers of the greatest game ever developed, NBA 2K, for the NBA 2K24 Kobe edition. It makes all the sense in the world because not only is she a straight bucket, but she was one of the late Mamba and Mambacita's favorite players. Yesterday, she put in work for my New York Liberty, dropping 34, 6, and 5 with 6 cash outs from behind the arc at a Curtis Jackson. That's a 50% clip. The WNBA All-Star Game is Saturday, and Sabrina is competing in the three-point contest, and for my FanDuel Lando lock, I'm betting the house on her that she takes it home. For the year, she's shooting 44% from 3, so I'm confident number 20 will get that money. Again, the game airs on Saturday on ABC Primetime. And at number 9, keeping it hoops, my boy Chet Holmgren, aka Big 7, has been showing up and showing out at the NBA 2K Summer League. Chet was sidelined for the entirety of last season due to the fact that he ran into a brick wall known as LeBron James during a Pro-Am game at the Drew League in Compton. It was great to see him back in his bag and showing his potential to be an elite two-way player in this league. He was 1 away from a 30-piece and had 9 boards, 2 Margot Robbies, those are dimes, and 5 friend request denials, aka get that out of here, aka blocks. The homie Chet is a unique specimen due to the fact of his height, which is 7'1", and his 7'6" wingspan. You add mobility and dexterity on both ends of the floor, and you're looking at a potential all-star max contract type of player for the OKC Thunder. I'm really looking forward to seeing his development and how he gels and meshes with the rest of the young core out there at OKC. Outside of Victor Wembanyama, he's my lock for Rookie of the Year. At number 8, as we continue on with NBA news, well, sorta, I tried. Look, it looks like Tristan Thompson might find himself on another roster. No, he's still on the Lakers, but he may have a spot on Khloe Kardashian's team. I know what you're thinking, ain't no way, but never say never. Khloe, Kim, and Scott Disick met up for dinner on the latest episode of The Kardashians and addressed some tea on yesterday's episode. Kim shared that she had recently spoken with her BD, and during their conversation spilled the tea that he was planning to buy a home in Hidden Hills near Khloe. Khloe said, I knew he was looking in Hidden Hills before. I knew 6 to 8 months ago. Then she went on to say, no, I'm totally fine with him. I don't have any issues. I don't have the energy for issues. Yeah, I forgive Tristan. It doesn't mean I forget what he's done. I forgive Tristan for me. I gotta let that S word go. So you're saying there's a chance. In other Kardashian news, Kourtney Depp has that prego glow because she was looking stunning while having some fun in the Hawaii sun. The better half of Kravitz took the kids to the beach in Kauai earlier this week for her baby moon, while her BD was on the road getting to a check with Blink 182. At number 7, yo, on my soul, Burger King is on a different type of timing. Earlier this week, Burger King Brazil dropped a Barbie themed meal. The BK Barbie combo features a cheeseburger topped with bacon bits and dressed with a bright pink sauce that the Burger King says has a smoky flavor. Then the fast food freak said, hold my milkshake, I'm not done. So yesterday, Burger King Thailand dropped the real cheeseburger with 20 slices of cheese. That's it, no burger, sauce, or anything. But BK is apparently having their way because at one branch in Bangkok, a shift manager said the product was so popular that they had to stop accepting delivery orders so they could have enough stock left for walk-in diners. What a time to be alive, right? Well, if you eat enough of these, you won't be alive for too long. Oh, bro. The Barbie burger is one thing, I get it, is promo for the Barbie movie that releases next Friday, but 20 slices of cheese on a bun is absolutely diabolical. Like, I don't know. Who am I to say what's busting and what's not? At number 6, speaking of less than healthy foods, earlier this week, Senator Schumer called on the FDA to investigate KSI and Logan Paul's Prime Energy drink. Then yesterday, Prime Energy was pulled from shelves in Canada. Health Canada said the recall is due to Prime Energy containing 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, exceeding the limit of 180 milligrams per serving allowed by federal regulators. Prime Energy's 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving is equivalent to about 6 Coke cans or 2.5 Red Bull drinks. Imagine busting down a BK Real Cheeseburger and washing it down with Prime Energy. You might be checked into an asylum. The wild thing is that I've seen a ton of Gen Alpha drinking these things, like Kim Kardashian's sons, and that generation is already too lit. The FDA cites a limit of about 400 milligrams of caffeine consumption per day for healthy adults, but has no set caffeine limit guidelines for children. It'll be interesting to see how this thing pans out. At number 5, my
money on top of me, money on top of her. Shorty best with me, cause I'm popular.
That's my attempt at an impression of Playboi Carti on the song Popular by The Weeknd and Madonna, which is a heater, might I add. Well, if you're not familiar with Playboi Carti, allow me to put you on. Besides being Iggy Azalea's baby daddy and a member of ASAP Mob, damn, those dudes sure know how to pick baby mamas. Rocky got Riri, Buddy got Iggy, but I digress. Cash Carti, aka Playboi Carti, born Jordan Terrell Carter, is the new age rock star. He's the pioneer and face of the new experimental punk industrial rap scene. Today, he announced the Antagonist Tour, taking his label Opium with Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and HOMICIDE Gang on a 35-stop tour. Playboi Carti's shows are absolutely insane, probably the most intense performances you'll ever see. With that said, I'm checking Ticketmaster for the show at the Garden on October 11th. People call me crazy, but I feel like Carti's last album, Whole Lotta Red, is a classic generational masterpiece. Fair warning, if you do go, please be prepared. At number 4, OVO East End Reps Up. We might just get hit with the RICO. Girls think I'm suave, but I can't get RICO. Isn't it wild that Drake makes so many references to the RICO? If you're not familiar with RICO, it's a colloquial acronym for the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act. It's basically a law they created in the 70s to take down a mob. Well, apparently Chinese fast fashion brand Shein is moving like the mafia. Shein is facing a new lawsuit that accuses the Chinese retail titan of not only carrying out large-scale and systematic intellectual property theft from U.S. designers, large and small, but of also engaging in infringement-related racketeering activities in the process. According to the complaint that they filed in a California federal court on Tuesday, independent designers Krista Perry, Larissa Martinez, and Jay Barron claimed that Shein and various related entities, including Roadget Business and Zotop Business, collectively Shein, are robbing them. So basically, they had like this algorithm to figure out what to steal, and then they have a bunch of shell companies that they use so they can't figure it out. Whew, their finesse game is on $1 trillion. At number 3, from Federal RICO to the Federal Reserve, our segue game is elite. It wouldn't be a top 10 takes without a Taylor Swift update. We might have to call this top Taylor takes. Our Lord and Savior Tay Tay is getting to the bag so exponentially, so expeditiously that the Federal Reserve had to give her a shout out. This is no bap, no kizzy. The Federal Reserve says Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is responsible for an astronomical rise in hotel revenue. Philadelphia Federal Reserve officials reports a significant uptick in hotel bookings for the first time since Corona. Last weekend, the all-time hotel record was broken in Chicago, over 44,000 hotel rooms and 39 million hotel revenue. Then, she re-released her 12-year-old album Speak Now that she re-recorded, and is projected to sell stream over 700,000 units and snatch up the #1 spot on Billboard's 200 from Leslie Chow, aka Lil Uzi Vert. Then to just top it off, she linked up with UGK member Bun B to solidify her street cred. Buddy said it was like meeting Barack and Michelle Obama. Tay Tay is for the trenches. At number 2, strike like a match. Strike like I hit the pin, strike like I'm not going to work, strike, strike, strike. Well, it's official like a ref with a whistle. Today, the actors have sided with the writers. Ultimately, 65,000 union members have voted yes to strike. It's the biggest walkout in 40 years. News and broadcast members will not be affected, but many ancillary industries will be. Screen Actors Guild President Fran Drescher went straight scorched earth. She eviscerated the Hollywood studio. She was on demon timing. Listen to her.
I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe it, quite frankly. How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting. Shame on them.
Talk to him, big friend, not the little one. At number 1, the ESPYs were last night and it was litty to say the least. The James Gang, LeBron, Savannah, Bronny, Bryce, and Zuri were like the royals at the event. Ron rocked pearls in a non-traditional suit, but just looking at his family, he already won. He doesn't need an award. Lil Wayne shut the awards down with the new rendition of A Milli, where he found a way to drop Victor Wembanyama's name in the new verses. The highlight of the night was when Bron addressed what was on everyone's mind: is he retiring? Don't take it from me, hear it directly from the GOAT's mouth himself.
The real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
4 more years, 4 more years, and that's top 10 takes. See you mañana.